Hey, it's Sunshine State Bushcrafter. A few weeks ago, I drove by one of the lakes that I fished in when I was younger, specifically when I was a teenager, and it brought back just a wave of memories from those days. So I wanted to come down and take a little better look at the lake and see the condition of it. It certainly has changed a lot since those days. It's fenced off. Can't really walk down to the bank anymore to look at it. Looks like weeds have overgrown much of the lake, which is a shame because it really was a great place to visit. And for a 15-year-old to be able to come down, do some night fishing using a Coleman lantern and being able to catch a few fish, take them home, cook them, clean them, cook them, that was something I really enjoyed doing back then and thought, like, wow, pretty special, pretty awesome to be able to do that. And I still enjoy fishing and doing what they now call catch and cook. Enjoy that a whole lot, but back then it definitely was a lot of fun to do. And I've got my tackle box from those days as well. I've not used it in decades. It's empty. There's no tackle left in it. Got a bunch of memories in it, and when I look at it, it definitely brings back the memories. So who knew that 40-something years later I'd be back at this lake with the tackle box. Don't have that Coleman lantern, unfortunately, anymore. I love those things, but that died a long time ago. But yeah, who knew that I would be living not too far from this same lake and still have my tackle box with me. And yeah, a lot of special memories being down here again, especially now that it's getting close to dark, and I can picture myself getting down here either walking or if I rode my bike, and how excited I was to be able to do some night fishing down here. And so yeah, just some really good childhood memories. As you can see, the lake is fenced off. It's certainly not the same as it was when I was 15. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but the water's low, a lot of weeds, so it's definitely not the same as it was when I fished it, but it's still pretty neat to be down here to look at it again. And as you can see, there's a lot of burn marks in this tackle box. Back then, when I was a teenager, I smoked, and if I was smoking a cigarette and I got a bite, I would always put the cigarette on the tackle box to keep it up off the ground. And if I was fighting a fish and taking it off the hook and putting it on the stringer, a lot of times I'd forget about cigarette, and of course it would burn down to the point where it would burn this tackle box. And so those are definitely do not recommend smoking, but this is the type of character that this tackle box has. Some of the lettering has peeled off over the years. It's no fishing gear in this tackle box any longer, but it definitely holds a lot of memories from those days. And yeah, just an amazing piece of history, and it, I look at this and the memories just flood back. And so I'd be interested to know what piece of gear that you might still have from when you were a teenager, whether it was, fishing gear, hunting gear, backpacking gear, whatever. If you've got some gear that you've kept all of these decades later, I'd love to hear about them and some of your memories and why you might still have that gear. So if you do, post it down below and let everybody know that gear that you have. And obviously couldn't couldn't know the future, but I do think it's pretty neat that 40 something years later, I'm living within 15-20 minutes of this lake. And boy, didn't think about that when I was 15. Back then it was, are the fish going to bite? If it was summer, how many more weeks until school starts? If it was winter, you know, maybe what was I going to do that upcoming weekend, that kind of stuff. Those were my biggest concerns when I was 15, and I've certainly changed. The lake has changed, but the memories are still there, and I'm glad I kept this tackle box. And yeah, I think it kind of ties in with finding your fire and what motivates you to get out and enjoy the outdoors. And I think it just encompasses a lot of that. And for those of us that have had a lifelong passion for fishing and hunting and camping and just being in the outdoors, you certainly can relate to that. So here's to another 20, 30 years maybe keeping this tackle box, and every time looking at it, remembering those great times fishing this lake. And go find your fire.